On Wednesday, Florida Representative Webster Barnaby, is a Republican, Florida state representative, state legislator, has introduced basically the Florida clone of the Texas so-called heartbeat law. There is no heart to beat at 6 weeks of pregnancy. There are some cells there that are pulsing, but literally the heart has not formed. You're talking about something that is the size of a grain of rice with a little tiny tail on it. But in any case, that so-called heartbeat bill, he's introducing it into Florida, and complete with the $10,000 bounty. Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor, has signaled that he is open to this. He said, and I quote, "I've always been somebody that really does support protections for life," right? Nikki Fried, who is one of two people who are probably going to be one of either she or the former congressperson are going to. She's the Agriculture Commission, the Florida Agriculture Commissioner, the most senior statewide elected Democratic official in the state. She's been on this program a couple of times. Nikki Fried is running for governor also. She's less enthusiastic. She says this bill is dangerous, radical, and unconstitutional. The hypocrisy of this attempt by Governor DeSantis and Republicans in the state legislature to take away our rights while at the same time preaching my body, my choice when it comes to wearing masks is absolutely disgusting. So who is Webster Barnaby, this guy who is proposing this? Well, he's the guy who says, "I thank God Donald Trump has been raised again and been given an extension of life." This was, after Trump got not ivermectin, what is the monoclonal antibodies, Regeneron. And he says, "Tonight you'll see evidence of a strong man, Donald J. Trump, a man who's recovered. Remove fear from this nation in the mighty name of Jesus." He's, by the way, being bankrolled by Comcast, NBC Universal, Duke Energy, Greenberg Traurig, NextEra Energy, McGuire Woods, and State Farm. According to Judd Legum's newsletter, he's reached out to all those companies saying, "Are you sure you want to be giving money to this guy?" And they've all said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Meanwhile, over in Texas, they want to take it a step farther. And now that they've got their ban on abortions, basically all abortions. I mean, let's remember, as AOC pointed out, 6 weeks pregnant means 2 weeks after you've missed your period. And some period, for some women, it's just periods are just irregular. How do you even know that you're pregnant? But in any case, this by Keith DB over at dailycoz.com. Some Republican Texas lawmakers want to provide for the execution of women who have abortions and the doctors who provide them. Texas Republican Representative Brian Slayton has introduced a law called the Abolition of Abortion Through Equal Protection for All Unborn Children Act. And basically what it does is it says from the moment of fertilization, an egg is fully human, and the termination of that pregnancy is murder. And the bill expressly says that Chapter 19 of the Texas Penal Code can be used against women who have abortions. Chapter 19 of the Texas Penal Code is criminal homicide, which provides for, in the case of criminal homicide of a person under 10, the death penalty. And his proposed Texas law to put women to death who have abortions says that it shall be enforced, quoting from his law, regardless of any contrary federal statute, regulation, treaty, order, or court decision. In fact, if you pick up a woman from getting an abortion and drive her home, you could be charged with abetting murder for driving the getaway car. And while you probably wouldn't be put to death under this law, you could spend the rest of your life in prison. See, give them an inch, they'll take a mile. This is the end result. This, and now there's also legislation in Texas to ban the morning after pill. And I guarantee you, within a few weeks, you're going to see, or if this stands within a year, you will certainly see legislation to ban hormonal birth control, because the egg gets fertilized up in the fallopian tubes, and if you're on hormonal birth control, that egg doesn't stick into the uterus, it doesn't implant, and therefore begin to grow into a zygote and then a fetus, because the hormonal birth control prevents that stickiness, as it were. It prevents the uterus from being a convenient or an appropriate place for it for that fertilized egg to stick. But by these definitions, hormonal birth control is abortion, and the Catholic Church has been promoting this for years and years. They are totally opposed. Well, they're opposed to all forms of birth control, because in their mind, the moment that you get married, you're just supposed to, women are just supposed to be baby machines. So we've got that, number